have a one person, one vote for the first time in the country in many decades. So hopefully some good news for Somalis there.
You're listening to Tuesday on the BBC World Service with Catherine and James. Let me give you some of our main headlines. As we've been hearing on the programme, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party has won an overwhelming election victory, with its leader, Tariq Rahman, completing a stunning reversal of fortune after 17 years of self-imposed exile. The US Secretary of State has told Europe to reflect on its responsibilities ahead of the annual Munich Security Conference. And the Japanese designer behind the Hello Kitty brand's global takeover is stepping down after 4 decades.
Let's get the sports news now. Rebecca Adams is back with us. Hi, Rebecca.
Catherine, thank you very much. Well, despite finishing on the podium with a bronze medal at the Nordic Combined World Cup just days ago, Tara Gertie-Motes is not competing at the Winter Olympics. And neither are any of the women who took part in their sport's biggest event outside of those games. Why? Well, Nordic Combined, which is a mix of cross-country skiing and ski jumping, is the only Winter Olympic sport that excludes women. Men can compete, and the International Ski and Snowboard Federation says it plans to apply for a women's programme at the Olympics, but not until this summer. So we can speak now to Tara Gertie-Motes, who's the Women's Nordic Combined World Cup winner from 2020. Tara, this event has been a feature of the Winter Olympics since they began, but for men, despite there being a Women's World Cup and World Championships. Why?
Well, women's Nordic Combined historically hasn't been a sport until the past 5 or 10 years, depending on how you look at it. And the IOC has yet to include it in the games, like you said. They cited things like podium, diversity, field size, engagement. But when you actually look at the number of World Cup competitors in Nordic Combined, it's very similar to sports like skier cross, who had 28 people in the World Cup, women's big air, who also had 28. Total scored athlete in the Luge World Cup is 38 athletes. So women's Nordic Combined is a very similar field size to a lot of kind of Olympic niche sports. With podium diversity in women's Nordic Combined, it's very similar to many of the Olympic niche sports that make the game so special and so diverse, which again is in alignment with the IOC's missions and guidelines.